What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 32 to Life, guys. I'm back here with another one, going to talk about the prison system once again in Mississippi. For those of you who don't know and watch this channel, this is this channel about, I'm from Alabama, the neighboring state of Mississippi, and I'd talk about I've done 2 times in prison. I'm 32 years old. I've done over half my 20s in jails and prisons, and I'm telling my stories on here. Some of them are funny, some of it's just messing around and stuff. But I like to tell my story though about what it's like to be locked up like that. But today I want to talk about, I did the first video as a part 1 on the Mississippi prison system, how it's had so many deaths in a short amount of time, and apparently stuff's hitting the fan over there. And I can't really I just know, like, today what I'm going to talk about, this is part 2. If you haven't caught it, go back and watch part 1 of the me talking about the prison system. But today, Jay-Z and Yo Gotti, it appears, have filed a lawsuit against Mississippi on behalf of the prisoners over there for the deaths. It is saying it's a squalor in the prison system, staffing shortages, and a denial of prisoners' rights. That's what the lawsuit states. It violations of the 8th Amendment rights and identifies conditions within the Parchman facility. Plaintiffs' lives are in peril. Man. It says here, individuals in Mississippi's prisons are dying because Mississippi has failed to fund its prisons, resulting in prisons where violence reigns. Parchman, a maximum security prison built on the site of a former plantation, has only 1/4 of the corrections officers it needs. Without adequate guards, prisons are plagued with violence, with incarcerated people fearing for their lives. In the first week of 2020, 3 men had died at Parchman alone. That's ridiculous. That's what I did the video on last time though, kinda, but I kinda tied it into Alabama, so today I want to focus a little bit more on Mississippi. I'm gonna try to put this link in the description below so you can watch it. And if you don't mind, please like and subscribe the video. It'll help me out a lot. Just do that. I'll keep telling stories. I promise you, some of my stories you're gonna like. I haven't even gotten into the big gist of everything that happened to me when I was in prison or jails, period. But alright, back to this. I'm reading straight from the article here because there's a lot of articles on this here. Jay-Z has been a big advocate for the prisoners over the years. He's always tried to help out, along with Kim Kardashian. She's trying to get the guy out of he's in California on San Quentin. She went to San Quentin. The guy's been on death row for like 30 or 33 years or something like that, and she's been trying to get him freed, saying he was framed. DNA evidence suggests that. She's probably right if she's fighting so hard, but the governor or whatever, the courts, they don't want to hear it. They think they're all about conviction. Like, that's all they want. They don't care if you were framed. They just want a conviction. They don't care how they get it. Like, that's what DAs, prosecutors, whatever you want to call them, live on. Their conviction rate. And it comes at a price of people's lives. So, I don't know. I mean, that's a whole nother story for later on. But it drives me mad. It gets me crazy. Man, so Jay-Z is fighting for him, and I was really surprised by Yo Gotti, though. I mean, I don't know. I mean, not really surprised. I'm just saying I ain't never heard he was a big advocate for the prisoners, but I guess he is, though. I mean, he definitely is that, and I mean, that's good that they're doing that. They need somebody, and then these prisoners, most of them don't have money. They can't get a lawyer like that. And you know Jay-Z and Yo Gotti have the best of the best lawyers. I mean, Jay-Z's lawyer's Alex Spiro, I think his name is. But I mean, it's just insane. Because I mean, something should be done. Something should be done about the whole country, though, not just Mississippi. But you know, right now, yeah, Mississippi's going through a lot. It's a big deal, but the whole country needs a prison reform, like I talked about in the last video. You know, Alabama's like 195%, something like that, overcrowded, and I mean, like that, but it's because they send you to prison for a Class C felony. You know, they even created a Class D felony over here. I don't know if they got that in other states, but they created it over here. But why? I mean, I don't understand why you send people who steal from, I don't know, they're first time felons and different types of stuff, and you send them straight to prison without ever giving them a doubt. It's like, are you dumb? Are you stupid? I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. People just don't think. It's common sense to me. Like I said, that's a whole other video. I'm going to focus on Mississippi for right now. It says here, Jay-Z has made good on his promise to bring legal action against Mississippi Department of Corrections after 5 prisoners died violently in the state prisons earlier this month. Team ROC, Team Rock, the philanthropic arm of Jay-Z's company Roc Nation. Roc Nation, yes sir, getting it in. And hip-hop artist Yo Gotti have teamed up to hire lawyers for several Mississippi inmates, a spokesman confirmed to CBS News via email. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, who he also procured to help with 21 Savage's deportation case, is on the legal team. According to a complaint filed Tuesday, several inmates are suing Commissioner of the Mississippi Corrections Department, Felicia E. Hall, and Superintendent Marshall Turner of the Mississippi State Penitentiary. Yes. The suit claims that the plaintiff's lives are in peril. I've already said that. I'm just trying to... The unthinkable spate of deaths is the culmination of years of severe understaffing and neglect at Mississippi's prisons. The plaintiffs claims that due to lack of guards, the prisons are plagued with violence, resulting in 3 men dying in one prison alone during the first week of 2020. That is true, but you know, once again, I said it in another video, they don't pay these guards enough. Why would you want to go be a CEO at a level 5 camp with these killers where you got to risk your life because you were outnumbered so much for, you know, hell, you could go get just about any decent job making more than you do there. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't go be a CEO. There's no need for a CEO to do that. Like, man, I forgot how much I said they make, but I think it's like $25,000 a year. I'm sorry. That's not a lot of money, you know. Like, that's like, I don't know the exact price, but I know when I was younger, I made $10 an hour, and I think it was a little bit less than $20,000 a year. It might have been like 23 or 24, so they don't make that much more. It's crazy to put you in that situation and not pay you for what you got to deal with. They don't realize what you got to deal with. That's also why a lot of these guards aren't bad people. They just need a job. But that's also why if you read the news, you'll see guards in different states are always getting locked up for bringing in cell phones, drugs to the inmates. Apparently, it's because they need the money. They're not doing it because they're just a criminal, but you pay them crap, and they sit there, and I mean, you know, that they need it. Like, I don't know if they get benefits or what, but I mean, it's just crazy to me. Let's see, they're living in inhumane conditions, which is unconstitutional. The lives of countless individuals in Mississippi are at stake, and we will not stop until this is fixed. That was Yo Gotti in a statement said that. Yes, one thing I've learned is you need money to get stuff done in this world. That's just how it is, you know. It takes money to make money also, but anything you pretty much want to do, you've got to have money for it. And, you know, the banks aren't so easy to get that money from, so, you know, these people, if they didn't help, chances are nobody helps. So this is better right here. Let's see. Mississippi Corrections Department Commissioner Felicia E. Hill said investigators believe gang violence caused 4 of the 5 deaths that took place during the first week of January. These are trying times for the Mississippi Department of Corrections, Hall said. In a statement, just hours after an inmate was found stabbed to death in his cell at the Mississippi State Penitentiary at Parchman. What the hell? Okay. While these recent deaths made national headlines and drew attention from high-profile businessmen and lawyers, confrontations at Parchman and other prisons have been prevalent for years. Oh, the 5 prisoners were killed in January. One, I'm not going to go through their names and everything, but they were all kind of, the oldest one, it looks like here, was 40. You know, the youngest one goes to 25. One was found dead in his cell at Leakesville Prison. One was killed at South Mississippi. One was stabbed and several other inmates were injured at Parchman. I guess that was a riot. Another one was killed at Chickasaw County Regional Correctional Facility. These are some country prison names. I can't really say nothing though. I'm from Alabama. Then another one was fatally stabbed at Parchman. Correctional officers have refused so far to say how many people overall have been injured or whether there have been other violent incidents in the state prisons. Now that's crazy. You refuse to, why do you refuse? Because you're hiding something. You don't refuse, man. I'm telling you, these places are crooked. The public, if you've never been to jail or prison, like, you don't get it. Like, yeah, you think they're all out to protect and everything, you know, a lot of y'all do, not everybody. They don't. They're not out there like that. Like, it's crooked game. They're worse. A lot of the cops, COs, and guards and stuff, and the people over this stuff, they should be locked up as well. You know, I don't justify what anybody does as a crime by no means, but if they think they are completely innocent, they have lost their mind. They are not completely innocent. Not at all. Let's see here. Yeah, so I mean, you know, that's pretty much all the article. I'll try to share it and post it, you know, but, man, well, like, what's y'all thinking on this situation here? Mississippi prisons are getting out of hand, it seems like, you know, but they all are too. Like, people can't sit there and forget about other places that are going through similar stuff. Might not be as bad in a short amount of time, but, you know, like over here in Alabama, it's the highest homicide rate in the country. That's saying something, you know, and there's a reason behind it. It's not just... one thing y'all gotta learn, though, is in prison, like, if you die, like, if you get stabbed or something, like, 99% of the time, you did something to bring that on. I promise you, for people who haven't been, you're not just gonna be walking, like, somewhere and just somebody come up and cut you and stab you and put you down. Like, you know, you did something to cause that man, whether it's gambling, you owe a debt for drugs, you did something, you might have even snitched on somebody he knows, you know, you might have you might have done something to a family member and you don't even know it's this guy's family member that you did it to out on the street, I mean, or something like that, robbed them or whatever. And then people with a long period of time, they don't care, because they ain't, you know, if you got life without parole, you ain't never getting out anyways. Like, I mean, it is what it is. But I'm glad that Jay-Z, I'm glad that celebrities in general with Kim Kardashian, Yo Gotti, Jay-Z are stepping up to try to make things right for people. Like they see the wrongdoing in this country as far as the prison system goes and everything. I mean, it's a really good thing they're doing. You know, if I had the money, I promise you I would do the same thing, because I've been in the situation before. You know, I read a lot of comments on Facebook when people do. It'll be an article like somebody got arrested for something small, a little bitty felony or something, and they'll be like, good, wipe them off the earth, or that'll be comments, and I'm like, really? Wipe them off the earth? Like, if you ain't ever been in that situation or know anybody, you can't speak on it, though, and honestly, you're just a piece of shit if you say wipe them off the earth. Anyway, you know, nobody deserves to die because of a mistake they made, like, you know, like, for real, like, jail time. And I'm talking about now, I'm not talking about murders, I'm talking about, like, people who just burglarize and stuff like that, you know, like, and do petty stuff like that. If you leave a comment talking about good, they need to give them the electric chair, you know, and it's a Class C felony. Hell, they're only going to get 3 years or something prison term for it. I mean, it's just crazy to me to say that they need to die. I mean, people who leave those comments are disgusting, and honestly, maybe they need to get wiped off the planet. Oh, no, I'm just playing with y'all. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, man. It's getting crazy over there. I'll keep y'all updated too, though. But as of right now, Jay-Z, Yo Gotti suing the prisons. I'm sure Kim Kardashian's going to get involved in that and be like, boom, boom, boom. Yes, sue prison. Sue them for all the money they say they do not have. Nah, they got casinos over there, though, for real. So, you know, they probably got some money. Weed ain't legal, but it is what it is. Look, now, if you would, like I said, please subscribe to the videos. It helps me out. I'll keep y'all updated. And I promise you, once the channel gets going more, y'all are going to enjoy some of the stories I bring from my time in prison. Like, if you've seen any of my other stories, you'll know kind of what's ahead. So, yeah, drop a like. Just, man, I appreciate it, y'all. Yeah, y'all have a good day, and I'll leave another video and keep y'all updated if more news comes up. Peace.